Greetings everyone, this is the Dweller from the North, bringing you yet another battle report. This time I'm up against Orcs and Goblins, and this is the first test match for the Team Q4 tournament that will be played in March. I know we're out a bit early with the place testing and stuff, but especially since they haven't gone out with all the rules yet for the tournament. But the only thing I know is I'm gonna play a Orion-list. I'm gonna make it work somehow, and to be able to do that, I need to learn to play him first of all. So I'm up against another Thomas from our gaming group. He's bringing his Orcs and Goblins with our so-called Spider Council. Now, this is some really interesting stuff going on. You'll see in the battle report, but I was pretty amazed on how much effect it actually had and what he managed to do. So over to the list. I just copied it from our builder, so yeah, you can read everything here. He has a ton of characters. I'll go in depth on the characters in just a while, since they need some more explaining. Other than that, he has 2 Rock Lovers, 2 Doom Divers, 2 Mangler Squigs, 39 Night Goblins with 2 Fanatics, Nets, and bows, I believe. I think they have bows. No, they do not have bows. They have spears. No, not even that. They have hand weapons. I don't know. They're goblins. 39 Orc Boys with the Stand of Discipline. Big Guns, I believe. Yep, with additional hand weapons. So they're still gonna be pretty hard to get in combat. Other than that, he has 8 Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Don't have too much experience playing against them, so we'll see what they can do. And then he has the coolest unit in the Warhammer universe, the Night Goblin Squig Herd. 38 model count. Just awesome. And then over to mine. I have 30 Eternal Guards with Stand of Discipline and 16 Glade Guards with True Flight in core. I should have something. Yeah, I have something more. And then 5 Sisters of the Thorn, 3 Warhawk Riders, 6 Wild Riders, without champion, without any banner, without shields. 9 War Dancers, 20 Wildwood Rangers. I have a BSB, pretty rare for me to use one, but he's on foot. He has Hail of Doom Arrow and Dragon Helm, which is going to be with the Wildwood Rangers, giving some more punch. 1 Great Eagle, 1 Spellsinger with Spell Scroll, 12 Dryads, that's the rest of the core, and then I have the Sisters of Twilight on the Great Eagle Windalore. So I really want to have Orion and the Sisters of Twilight in the same list, mostly because of the dual purpose they can play, both of them. The Sisters of the Eagle is only it's 275 points, which is really low for what they actually can do, in my opinion. Sure, it's not a dragon, but they still have really good shooting, and Orion has good shooting, and both of them can really throw a punch in close combat. My problem is the comp, but I don't know what the comp span is gonna be in the tournament, so we'll see if that's even possible. Only time will tell. And yeah, as you can see on all the on the wall of text here, I'll try to explain it. The big white black orc is the general. He has the Trickster Helm, other Trickster Shard, and the Talisman of Endurance. Or endurance. Yeah, nothing too fancy. A bit annoying with Trickster Helm and other Trickster Shard. Just not annoying. It's pretty cool. Then 2 Goblin Big Bosses on Spiders. The red one has a Charm Shield. A Goblin Great Shaman with the Opal Amulet on a Ragnarok Spider with the Spider Shrine. Now this, as far as I understand, this gives every wizard within 12 inches +2 to channel. So yeah, you can see with all the characters where this is going. Then we have a Orc Shaman with Channeling Staff, the one with the blue headdress. Another Orc Shaman with Spell Scroll, the Savage Orc looking one with the skeleton head-ish. And then a Night Goblin War Boss with a Wizarding Hat, which have the red Night Goblin to represent him. And 3 ordinary Night Goblins, and one to the far left of them has the Forbidden Rod. So he has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels. 7 channels. Within the Spider Shrine, they'll channel 4+, and the stupid Channeling Staff Shaman was channel 3+. So yeah, it's a really good strategy. I never encountered it before, but it's gonna be really interesting. As for me, I have the Sisters on Windlore. I have not completed my model of that yet, so I'm having my normal Eagle BSB model with a Glade Guard behind him. That's the Sisters, so you know. The BSB is the one on foot with a great weapon. Spellslinger Death is the one not on mount. And Spellweaver, level 3 high magic with Obsidian Trinket. And that's about it. And Orion, of course, without the hounds. 20 points. Yeah, I need to save the points. So over to deployment. I'll start on my side first. You'll see the Warlock Riders to the far left, the Great Eagle, the Sisters, besides other Sisters. You can see it all here from above, and then you have the Glade Guard. You still have the Truth Lights. I don't really care about units in the way and stuff like that. In front of them, the Wildwood Rangers. The wood is now the fear cast Abyssal Forest, I believe it's called, the fear casting one. Hopefully he will go forward into it. That's where I believe the Wildwood Rangers actually can shine a little bit, but we'll see. Then you have Orion in front of the tree tower thingy, which we just play as the impassable terrain. No, we played as some stupid shrine, Magic Rest 2 or something. And yeah, we'll go back. Yeah, you see the Brick of Eternal Guards with the Death Wizard in them with them. They're just gonna tank whatever, as always. And now I see I have one War Dancer, 2. Did I only take 9? Maybe I played with one War Dancer too much, but it didn't impact the game, fortunately. In front of them is the Dryads. Now, I really don't know what I'm going to use the Dryads for. I took them just because with the Orion, they still get 3 attacks each, so they can do some damage. Besides, other than that, they're just a pretty cheap unit that can hold something for a turn or 2, maybe if I'm lucky, or in worst case redirect, or yeah, I can think of a few stuff to do with them. And to the far right, the Wild Riders. So over to my opponent, he makes a Orcs and Goblin castle. So the Spider Riders, behind them the Doom Divers and the Rock Lobas, the Squig Herd, the Orc Boys. They're not Iron Boys. They just use those models. Oh, wrong button. I'm sorry. Blur picture, even better. And beside the Orcs, you see the Night Goblins with a crapload of characters. The BSB, 3 or 4 wizards, and the Wizard Hat Goblin. And behind them, the stupid Spider Shrine on the stupid Spider. And yeah, you'll see he deploys all of this within 24 inches, and then the rest of the board, 2 Magnus Quicks. It's just awesome. So with the Vanguard, I move up the Warlock Riders. I do not want them in contact with the Manglers for obvious reasons. And the Wild Riders just move up, looking for a charge. If he goes first, maybe I can charge turn 1, otherwise turn 2 or whatever. So I, of course, lose the roll to go first, as I always do. So Orcs and Goblins turn 1. All he really does is he just shuffles the Spider Riders a little bit, and he goes out with the characters just to defend his war machines. And the Manglers just go more to the center and closer to my units, to my lines. And yeah, you see the spiders, he just moved them differently from the last picture. And over to the magic phase. He rolled decently most of the game, but besides that, he got, I think, probably between 3 or 4, at least 4 dice almost every magic phase. So I was so in disadvantage in the magic phase, which is real. It hurts a bit. Especially since I am playing a Spellweaver with sisters with high magic. I just want my wizard to pump out low cast spells to get the tokens and become virtually unkillable. But yeah, it's a good test. But I think one of his shamans is playing Undeath, or maybe 2 even. So he summons Tomb King archers, proxied by my Empire crossbowmen here, just in front of the Wild Riders. And of course he gets off a Food of Gork, killing a bunch of War Dancers. And this is from shooting, both Doom Divers, I believe, and the Bowman, killing of 3 Wild Riders. So pretty fortunate about that he only killed 3 and not the whole unit. And he lobs a Rock Lava Stone right in the face of Orion. He wounds. I do not manage to save with my ward save, but he only rolls 1 to wound. So yeah, dodge the bullet. This is just how it looks on the right flank. So it's my turn. I charge the undeads. Ooh, no, wait a tick. This is not Orcs and Goblins turn 1, this is my turn 1. Now I see it. You'll see that the Spider Riders are gone. I charged them with the Wild Riders. He chose to flee, and they fled long enough to be off the board. I think even they got in contact with the big bosses behind. That's why one of the Doom Divers is turned, because it failed its panic test. But I redirected and smashed those undeads. I don't think they can do anything against Wild Riders there. My concern here is I need to overrun, and those Wild Riders are more or less gone. I'll give them the credit for killing the Spider Riders. I won't get victory points for the undeads, I believe. I don't know really. My hope is that they will overrun long enough to come in contact with his general or any other character and try to assassinate them before my Wild Riders die. So we'll see how that goes. Here I just move up. I can easily sacrifice the Great Eagle to kill a Mangler, but I don't think I need to because I do have decent shooting. The rest of the army just moves up. The 3 tower thingy is not a... It's a Weirding Well, actually. Now I remember. Stupid memory. Getting old. So the War Dancers go there to try to regain some models. The rest of the army just shuffles up. And as you can see on the right flank, Orion moves up. pretty aggressively. Don't know why I did that actually. I think I was afraid of the Mangler Squig, not killing them. The Mangler bouncing through the Eternal Guards and into Orion. Yeah, I don't know really. But yeah, that's what I did. Comes a picture of that. And shooting phase, I can also say, I think I rolled like 6 or 7 for the magic phase, something like that. And with that, I rolled like a 6 and a 1. I had 1 more power dice than him before, but then my opponent before channeling, and he ended up with 3 dice more than me. So I couldn't do too much. But in shooting, I shot at first Mangler with the Sisters, I believe. And the second Mangler with the True Flight arrows. And Orion manages 1 wound on the Ragnarok Spider. And yeah, I killed the bowman easily. And I overrun, and I am actually 1 inch short of reaching the orc unit. So yeah, crap. Those wild riders are gone. Over to Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Yeah, the Squig herd charged the flank of the wild riders. I'm not gonna be able to do shit against them. They're just gone. Gone with the wind. His bosses just moves up to either chaff or just be annoying. He manages the foot again. This time, I think he got it down like 3 times. First time he hit the Sisters, he did 1 wound. Second time it scattered off. Third time hit the Sisters and did 1 wound again. So dodged the bullet twice there. And this is how it looks over here. And he summons up even more. Oh, did I take any casualties somewhere? I don't know. Don't think so. Oh yeah, I think he buffed his Squig herd with something. Reroll to wound or something. Reroll to hit and reroll to wound, I think. And he got off another unit of archers in front of my Eternal Guards. So annoying. I need to try it on death. Seems pretty awesome. And yeah, the Manglers annihilate the Wild Riders. I killed a few, if even that. I had 1 model in base contact, so here they just reforms like that. And yeah, over to Will of turn 2. Now you see the biggest brain damage I have ever suffered. If you have ever played against Orcs and Goblins, you probably see on the picture as well. Why the hell? My thought was, yeah, put Orion with the Night Goblins, he's never gonna break, he's never gonna die. And I'll just assassinate the characters 1 by 1. That was the plan. And we played with open list as well, so I knew he had fanatics. My mind just ignored the fact. So I charged the stupid Night Goblins. My opponent got a big smile on his face and said, "Where's 8 inch?" from the unit, and the stupid fanatics came running at Orion, and they managed to get him down to 1 remaining wound. Now I'm not so certain he will survive at all. So this is a perfect example of how you throw away 600 points. Note to self, never do that again. Ever. The Eternal God charges the undeads again. And other than that, I just move up with everything. The war machines are pretty annoying for me. I'll try to hunt them down with the Great Eagle, or try to shoot them out with the Gate Guards, or whatever, something. Yeah, I went up with the Dryads to try to either bait him or try to stop him from charging Orion's flank. Not that I think it will matter too much. Still bugs me and I did that mistake. Siege of the Thorn are just ranking up next to the Eternal Guards to not be... if he charges the Dryads and they break, they will not overrun into the Sisters. That's the main thing. And here's a closer picture of that. Yeah, and the War Dancers, they drank on the wording well. They not get any wounds back, but they're not stupid and unbreakable. Should you face, I shoot out one of the bosses. And I think the red one has to, I got one wound through with something, and he had the enchanted, the charmed shield. And yeah, he starts to feed with some characters. I killed one of his shamans, nothing important. And he hits with all his characters. None of them does any wound. I'm starting to get a bit hopeful. Then he hits with his stupid night goblins. He gets 2 freaking wounds through, and I only save 1 with the ward save. So yeah, you see the little yellow night goblin on top of Orion. Yeah, he died from a freaking night goblin. Just to add some insult to injury. Oh, so bad. So badly played from me. Eternal Guards kill the Tomb King's archers, no problems. And this is how the board looks. So, Orcs and Goblins turn 3, he charges the Dryads with the Orcs. I'm just gonna try to poke some wounds through on his characters. I need to get... One thing that hit me really fast in this game was that I need to kill a lot of wizards to be able to survive the magic phase. I just need to destroy his channeling stuff. And other than that, it doesn't do too much. Just reforms so we can flank charge with the Squig Herd again, if that's even necessary. There's another blurry picture of that. And in his magic phase, he felt that his night goblins were threatened, so we get off Hand of Gork and just move them into safety. And I'm not gonna be able to reach them there. And he, of course, gets off another Foot of Gork. Or maybe 2, killing at least he killed 7 Eternal Guards. Casualties. And he, of course, I lost combat. I did not lose too many Dryads. I think I even poked a wound through on one of his wizards. But they broke. He didn't catch me. They lived to fight another day. So, Woodlands turns 3. Now, big mistake number 2 for me. I charge the Orcs with both the Wildwood Rangers and the Eternal Guards. Don't ask me why I did that. And in the end, I went with the wrong unit first, and they actually closed each other in. So they cannot... both of them got the failed charge. Sucks. And the Dryads actually failed their their panic test, or not panic test, their rally test, and they just continued to flee. So over to movement, I just move up in this glorious conga line that's out of line of sight of his orcs. Maybe not called conga line. It looks pretty awesome though. It looks like a real spear thrust into the heart of the enemy. So my thoughts here is like, the Great Eagle can charge a Rock Loba, no problem. The Sisters and Warhawk Riders can charge the Arachnarok and kill that son of a bitch. The Eternal Guard and the Wild Range is just gonna protect their flanks, pick up anything that's getting close to them, and the True Flight Glade Guards they're just gonna shoot at whatever. I have one turn now with shooting with all my stuff, and I'm just gonna concentrate on the spider, get down some wounds on him. 8 wounds is a lot to get through, so yeah, just soften it up a little bit so I can kill him in close combat. And this is how it looks. Yeah, you will also see here that one of his Doom Divers is gone. That's because it's misfired. I couldn't find a picture of it, so but I remember it now. It misfired like turn 2 or something, and then got destroyed. And you see some wounds on the spider. I got 1 wound through on his shaman, and 4 wounds on the spider. So only 4 left. Hooray! So Orcs and Goblins turn 4. He just shuffles back, reform, castle up even more. It's getting really. There's not really a lot of space to maneuver there, but yeah, I don't want to eat through all the orcs to be able to come to the night goblins, so I need to try to figure something out. Here's the war dancers. I didn't have a picture of them when I moved in my face, but there they are, and he's. I just ignored his goblin spider rider boss. Couldn't see him doing too much damage anywhere, so yeah. And with his magic phase, he gets off the vortex that the Orcs and Goblins have. I think you roll or you choose a characteristic test to take on every model on the template, and that's the template passes over, and you choose a strength test because, of course, or you rolled it, I can't remember. But I didn't even think the thought that he had a template, because my lineup for a template is just insanely good for him. So he hits a crap load of models, starting with the Great Eagle, the Sisters, the Warhawk Riders, Wildwood Rangers, Eternal Guard. Then it stops. Can't even see the casualties. Yeah, you can see the casualties here. So one Warhawk Rider is dead. The Sisters and the Great Eagle actually passed their tests. I think like 5-ish Eternal Guards died, and something similar with the Wildwood Rangers. So nothing devastating, but it still hurts a bit. It's still models in an elite army that's disappearing. And he misfires with his other Doom Diver. Thank God. And yeah, this is just an overview. You can see the Warhawk Riders. One is dead and one has taken 1 wound. So 4 wounds through from the vortex. Bloody hell. So with the Wolves turn 4, I took this picture because, if you can see here, everything is in front of the 2 blocks. Now they're not. Everything charged over here. So the Sisters, they're not with the flank to the spider. It's just the wings didn't fit. But the Warhawks and the Sisters into the spider, the Great Eagle into the Rock Loba. Everyone made their charges. So yeah, that feels pretty awesome. The rest just moves up. My Dryads rally. Finally. Stupid Dryads. I think I move up to shoot at something with the Eternal Guard. Glade Guard. I don't think they have the range to hit the Rock Loba. I think I just shot at like Squig Herd or something. So with this turn 4, I get off my first spell of the game. Hand of Glory on the True Flight. Increasing their ballistic skill by 2, so they are now ballistic skill 6 with the true flight, so I'll hit anything on 2+. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Would be awesome to combine that with a withering. Oh, Wood Elf Dream. Yeah, you see the wardens, they just move up to annoy him. If he leaves, if they can get through his line somewhere, maybe they can come in and assassinate the character. I do not want them to charge these squig herds. They're not gonna do that many wounds. So other than that, I'm just gonna dance around him and annoy him. And in close combat phase, I kill off the shaman finally with the Warhawk Riders, and I think I managed to do 3 more wounds or something to the spiders. He only has 1 wound remaining after this combat. And the Great Eagle kills the Rock Lob and now runs into the next, so that's just perfect. And this is how it looks. It would have been nice to actually kill the spider. You still get the spider shrine stuff now. But yeah, hopefully I can poke it to death in my next turn. Just some pictures. Yeah, Orcs and Goblins turn 5. He screams "Wag" and charges Orcs into the Wildwood Rangers. Yeah, the Wildwood they're just gonna break. I'll try to kill as many characters as I can. And the Night Goblins charge the flank. No, not the flank. They charge the sisters. I'm not too worried. They may break from combat res, but if I'm lucky, the Warhawks can poke the spider to death, and I hope it challenges with something, or I will challenge and move back something, maybe BSB or something. Or at least I do enough combat rest to either tie combat or just, if I have to take a Lich as my Lich for 8, I'll have to accept that. And his spider boss just moves around. It's not a picture of everything. More pictures. And finally some luck. His magic phase, he rolls not too many dice, he doesn't even channel so many dice. He have 3 dice to cast Here We Go on a level, with a level 1. And yeah, you can see the result. Maybe it was level 2. No, it's level 1 or level 2. Either way, lost concentration. Glorious. Close combat. The Warhawk Riders poke the spiders to death. The sisters kill a character, I believe. Or they just do some wounds. Warhawks reform. And notice to the top right that the eagle actually didn't manage to kill the rock lava. I think they did like 1 wound each or something and he stuck. Yeah, so irritating. Yeah, you can see the Wildwood Rangers are more or less dead. I have 3 models left, plus my BSB. I managed to kill off his wizard, one of them, and a few bodies, but nothing more fancy than that. And of course I break and he overruns into my Glade Guard. So yeah, that's a pretty big bunch of points he'll get from that combat. So over to Wood Elves turn 5. The Dryads and this charge the Night Goblins. They reformed as well in his phase, so they're facing. They have a bigger frontage. So yeah, he'll get his stupid support attacks. But I really hope I can break them, like kill the BSB, do enough wounds that he'll still be steadfast, but outside of the general's bubble, which are now, they're still a low leadership. If I kill the BSB, they're even lower. Without rerolls, yeah, I hope they will break. I don't know what happened here. The sister that's fallen off the stag is not dead. And see the war dancers just moves up. They just moved up, so of course the sisters. Eternal Guards moves up. I do not charge the flank, as you can see here. I just move up. It's turn 5. They're out of the game. I'll try to take every other point on the board. And the picture. And yet another picture. The spider is dead. I don't know why it's standing there. Oh, amphibian. Oh, right. My spell singer is not death. She's shadow. I got amphibian foam withering, but she didn't. That's the only spell she got through, I believe. But yeah, they killed the Glade Guards without problem. I think I killed a few orcs. But he kills them. He overruns. And over here I killed the one of the characters plus 5 wounds from the Dryads, I believe, or something stupid like that. And he broke. Glorious. So he ran. I knew he wouldn't be able to stay on the board, so I just reformed everything to try to pick off the squig herd in the next turn. The eagle kills off the rock lob as well, so happy days. Orcs and Goblins turn 6, he moves up his spider. Reforms the orcs. And he started to cast the Foot of Gore, killing off everything except 2 dryads. He hit them all, he wounded them all, but I managed 2 ward saves on 6+. The second foot missed the dryads, but hit the sisters instead. I think they made 2 wounds on them. Third foot hit the dryads, wounded them both. I managed 1 ward save. And the fourth scattered away, and then he didn't manage to get a 5th. Oh, so lucky from my part to still have the points for the Dryads. Unlucky for his part, but end of game. He called it after this. Astra victory. It was a close victory. We didn't calculate exactly, but it's some few 100 points difference. So yeah, but it was a really fun game. It was an experience to play against this Spider Council stuff. It's just devastating against my magic face. Totally devastating. As you saw, I only got 100 glory off and like 1 enfeebling foe. I think both of them were irresistible forces as well. And he got off a bunch of spells. So yeah, still pissed that I just threw away Orion. Such a stupid mistake. Bloody hell. But yeah, I can really see his list working. There's a lot of elements that's really scary. He has the war machines. He has. He did not have too much punch in close combat, but still enough, in my opinion, to do damage. I mean, the orcs are strength 5 the first turn. They still have a black orc war boss in there. Squig herd is still strength 5, and he has a really good chance to buff whatever with magic. He has the manglers. They're the manglers. You need to handle them unless you want to die a lot of models. So yeah, I really liked this list. Concerning my list, I just need to learn to play it. And there's also a rule for the upcoming tournament that we didn't know when we played this game, and that's that they're gonna double the minimum unit size on everything. So that really puts me in a hard spot. I mean, I need to have 10 Wild Riders, I need to have 10 Sisters of the Thorn, 20 freaking Glade Guards, 20 Dryads. Yeah, we'll see how I manage that. If you have any suggestions, please comment. I need all the help I can get now. But that's it for this time, and thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.